Richie Braman has been with the Center for Urban Agriculture since 2007 and currently serves as a developer and systems administrator. Through his job, he creates technical, online, and program solutions while providing support and creative leadership in pursuit of extension and research projects. Richie has been instrumental in helping make the Center's web-based programs reach nearly 5,000 employees of Georgia businesses and provide over 11,000 hours of continuing education. Dr. Ellen Bowski of the Center for Urban Ag praised Richie for his leadership and his willingness to help others. He has gently and persistently brought us all along with him, explaining, demonstrating, and always instructing, said Bowski. There is an endless line of people at his door, but he always seems to make time for another project and never turns people away.
Avery Bray has been with UGA Griffin for 5 years, serving as an Instruction Technology Systems Professional Assistant for academic programs. In his position, Avery provides computer support for faculty, staff, and students, as well as providing training on new programs and technologies to UGA Griffin personnel as needed. He is described as a self-starter with an incredible work ethic and someone who is always willing to go the extra mile to ensure a project is finished to the highest standard. Avery Bray has developed into one of the most impressive people I have come across since I've been working in information technology, said Lee Taylor, Academic Programs IT Manager. I have watched him over the last 5 years transition from an intern with a good foundation in the basics to a true professional in this space.
Brett Byous is a research professional one in the Entomology department and has worked with Dr. David Button's Field Crop Entomology since 2014. Prior to joining Button's team, he worked as a part-time utility worker under Dr. Chris Braman from 2009 through 2014. In his current position, Brett provides technical support for the Field Crop IPM research program, as well as supervising and coordinating the temporary workers for the group. Dr. Button noted that Brett's impact on his program was immediate. I myself quickly learned that I could rely upon him without reservation to manage all aspects of our field-based research studies. Brett has contributed much to the success of my program. Without his skill set, work ethic, and talents, our program could not be as productive and as well recognized as we currently enjoy.
Kenny Corley is the carpenter for the Facilities Management Division, a position he's held for the past 5 years. Dale Hess, Director of Plant Operations and Engineering, stated Kenny shines in his traditional duties of more typical carpenter skills and is a tremendous asset to the mission of the campus. However, he also described Kenny as someone who has never shied away from taking on a task outside his regular duties. Kenny routinely steps in to help with electrical work, HVAC equipment, setting up and breaking down for events, and comes in after hours when needed to help check on campus issues. He is recognized as a hard-working team member who can get the job done and has earned the respect of his fellow co-workers, said Hess. With Kenny's hard work and commitment, the Griffin campus is a much more pleasant place to work.
Meghan Bakker has been with UGA Griffin since June 2017, serving as a full-time research professional under the supervision of Dr. Francisco Diaz in the Center for Food Safety. A typical day for her consists of designing and conducting experiments directed at detection, control, and elimination of pathogenic foodborne microorganisms in food. Meghan is also in charge of laboratory management and supervision of student workers. Dr. Diaz noted, as a laboratory researcher, Meghan has excelled beyond expectations in her assigned duties, and she has demonstrated to be a seasoned leader who supports other researchers and students. Her passionate commitment to our center demonstrates that Meghan is very deserving of being recognized by the Griffin campus community.
Lauren Hatcher came to UGA Griffin in 2017 to be part of the Food Product Innovation and Commercialization Center, better known as FoodPIC. In 2019, she became a project manager where she works closely with food entrepreneurs and companies to develop safe, stable, and legal food and beverage products. In her work, she has completed over 75 projects, one being developing the process to make cold smoked honey, which was integral in helping a client win at the Flavor of Georgia contest in 2019. Dr. Kurt Keeley, Director of Food Pick, praised Lauren for being such an asset to the center. Lauren's willingness to share her knowledge and her openness to working with a broad range of personalities and technical challenges have greatly impacted the Food Pick program in a very positive way.
Ryan Hodgson has been with Field Research Services for 16 years and currently serves as the unit's Senior Agricultural Specialist. In his position, Ryan works alongside and manages the grounds crew and also designs, installs, and maintains landscapes, hardscapes, and irrigation systems throughout campus. He is described as someone who is always willing to go the extra mile, and he has often worked behind the scenes on many campus events and served as a campus ambassador. Dr. James Buck, Interim Director of FRS, praised Ryan for his work in the department. Ryan has become a trusted face of FRS, and his own campus growth, leadership, and goodwill have contributed greatly to the success of the unit and the entire Griffin campus.
Angie Lewis has been with the Plant Genetic Resources Conservation Unit for just over 9 years. She currently is employed as a Research Technician 3, where she works with the warm season grass germplasm collection. Angie is responsible for the maintenance of a large clonal grass collection, as well as performing regenerations each year to ensure grass germplasm samples remain viable for distribution to stakeholders worldwide. Dr. Melanie Harrison, Research Leader for PGRCU, stated what stands out about Angie is her compassion and empathy for her fellow employees. She was always willing to help in any way she can and is truly a team player who finds joy in seeing the team and others excel. Her humility, selflessness, and compassion are commendable and deserving of recognition.
Ben Lopez is a research professional too in crop and soil sciences, where he has worked with the Small Grains Breeding and Genetics program since 2016. In his position, he conducts research, maintains project field equipment, trains staff and students, and works with visiting scientists and the Young Scholars Program. Dr. Mohammed Margome stated it was with Ben's help that his wheat breeding program was able to modernize equipment and adopt new technologies that meet the 21st century breeding challenges. He described Ben as someone who has been very impactful to the program. Since he came on board, we have been able to release 13 wheat cultivars, which have been licensed to private companies and are being grown in Georgia and the Southeast, contributing significantly to the income of wheat growers, the ag industry, and export markets.
Sarah Sawyer works in horticulture as a program specialist too, and has been with UGA Griffin for 5 years. Her role is to provide support to the Georgia Master Gardener Extension Volunteer Program for 65 extension agents and more than 2,500 master gardeners. State Master Garden Coordinator Sherry Dorn stated it is because of Sarah that her office can offer much more support to agents and volunteers, as she easily tracks multiple projects and events simultaneously. She also handles all social media, as well as coordinating both in-person and virtual events. It is her terrific attitude and generous spirit that makes her a pleasure to work with, said Dorn. Sarah's efforts certainly merit credit from the Horticulture Department and make her an excellent candidate for UGA Griffin Campus Classified Staff Award.
Brian Vermeer is a research professional 1 in plant pathology and has been with UGA Griffin for just over 7 years. He works with both Dr. James Buck on small grain trials as well as with Dr. Alfredo Martinez on turfgrass diseases. In the turfgrass program, he performs research experiments, manages the turfgrass research plots and greenhouses, and works with graduate students on their projects. Since his tenure, the turf disease trials have expanded significantly, and Brian has become the right arm of Dr. Martinez. To put simply, Mr. Vermeer has taken my research and extension program to a higher level, said Martinez. Besides his technical and intellectual skills, Brian is personable and relates easily to people, always showing enthusiasm, dedication, and a strong commitment for what he does.